Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Navy Lark with our 3 stars, Stephen Murray, John Pertwee, and Leslie Phillips. Considering the number of glancing blows, accidental knocks, colossal clouts, biffs, bashes and wallops that HMS Troutbridge has suffered through our draft's whimsical navigation, it's no surprise that she needs a refit desperately.
Yeah, you lot! Show your pass.
No, we don't wish to be admitted, so write down your pass and sign it.
That's quite right, Fatso. You tell him. Yeah. Drunk with power, that's what he is. They're all the same. A couple of yards of blue serge, half a dozen chromium buttons, a flat hat, and what have you got? Hitler.
Are you two coming in or not?
In our time, my man, yes. For the next 6 minutes, my friend Able Seaman Goldstein and I are still on leave.
And we are spending it out here, not in there.
Adolf.
Yes. Johnson?
What?
Isn't that Mr. Phillips' old car?
Yes, it was.
Hello, you chaps. You know, I could have sworn there was room to park between those 2 cars.
Well, there is, now you've bashed all their wings off them.
Yes, I wonder who they belong to.
Well, I can tell you that, sir. The one on the left is used by C&C Dockyard, and the other is the Admiral, sir.
Oh, law.
Yeah, what's going on? Whose car done that? Who owns it?
Owns what, Constable?
That car. That jam in the sandwich. Is it yours, sir?
Oh, as a matter of fact, yes. No, I've never seen it before in my life. In any case, I haven't got a license for it.
Oh, well.
Some enchanted evening, you will see old Fatso.
What on earth is
It's Able Seaman Ginger, sir. I know that lurch anywhere.
Hello, Fatso. Hello, Staffy. Hello, blimey. It's an officer. Ginger Beeman Sabre reporting, sir. I'm back.
Oh, bully for you.
Some enchanted evening, you will see a dockyard. You will see...
Ginger, if you don't get aboard this enchanting evening, all you'll see is the unenchanting rattle. Come on.
Certainly, but I shall steam there under my own get. One to get ready, one to get steady, go. Some enchanted evening, you... Here, who put down this road? It's elastic.
Yes, I think I'd better follow him in case that elastic road catapults him into the sea. Are you two coming in now?
No, not yet, sir. We still have 4 minutes and 15 seconds leave left. And the chief asked us to be sure and meet him outside the dockyard gate.
Oh, I see. Well, enjoy the rest of your leave.
Thank you, sir. We shan't bother to send a card.
So enchanted evening, you will see
Oh, Lord. Ginger Beeman Sabre's having his bath night. I'll see you aboard after I've been to the squadron office with number 1 and the captain.
Aye, aye, sir.
Hello, a taxi.
Time me, just in time. Here, how much on the clock, Sterling Moss?
17 and 6.
Oh, keep it half the price. Here, right on it, me college dues will oblige. Here, come on, me lucky lads, cup up for Johnsy.
Well, now we know why we had to wait, don't we? We were queuing up to get done.
All right, stop muttering, lad, stop muttering. He hasn't switched the meter off yet. Come on, Taffy.
Oh, yeah.
Here, my man, a pound, and I'll keep the change. Oh, well, I'm here. What's happened to the welcome back to Chiefy, then? Hey? Where's the welcome back to Chiefy turnout? Why aren't you two waving your little flags on little pearls?
We're on leave.
Yeah, for another 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Precisely.
No, well, that explains... that's how. Hey. Dear old Fatso.
Yeah?
How did you know what time it was?
Well, I just looked at my new watch and I read it on... No, I didn't. No, I haven't got one. No, I saw the town hall clock. Bung, 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 bung. Half past. Johnson's going in. Where's me pass? Quick, come back here.
You come back here, dumpling body. Come on now. Show me your watch. Come on, show me your watch. I want to admire it.
No, you don't. You want to knock it off.
Knock it off. Knock it off. Did you hear that? Knock it off. Johnson, how could you?
Well, I couldn't, but you could. As clean as a...
Now then, Johnson, how long before we have to report now, eh?
Coming up to 45 seconds right now.
Culture. You have got a tick-tock.
I could scream. I think I will.
That'll do. My word. Oh, that's a very handsome gent's timepiece, I must say.
Well, I'm a very handsome gent.
Johnson.
That watch is Abel Seaman Johnson's. It's been in my family for years. It's a family heirloominous.
Heirloominous? You mean heirloom?
No, I don't. It glows in the dark, heirloominous.
Yeah, you lot! Are you coming in or not? Well, if you ask us nicely, we might, yeah.
All right. Show us your pass.
Very well, but I'm not expecting to stay. My extension on compassionate grounds must have been delayed in the post. Me dear old white-haired mother's twinging screws had gotten in a voice-like grip just as she was coming out of these...
Very nasty, I'm sure. But save the gruesome details for your own officer. Next! Show your pass.
Here you are. But there's nothing in Queen's regulations against saying please, you know. My Aunt Gwyneth ought to have a go at you. She's the one for teaching manners. One word out of place and she caught you a fourpenny one with a wooden spoon right in the pudding basin.
Next, where's your pass?
Here you are. It's right in me. That's funny. Oh, it must be in me. No, it's not. Perhaps I put it in me. Help! I've lost me pass. Let me in. I want to be admittance. Oi, Chief. I want to be vouched for.
Sorry, Fatso. I know it wouldn't take a tick, but I haven't got the time. Have I?
And you're something well not getting it either. Let me in. I'll get done for being absent.
Yes, Johnson, you will, won't you?
Who said that? Oh, it's you, number one, sir.
Yes, Johnson. Didn't you recognize my bell-like tones? I recognized yours about a mile away.
They won't admittance me, sir.
Why not? Isn't the gate wide enough?
No, sir. I lost me pass, sir.
Oh, well, I'll get you in, but you want to be careful, you know.
Careful, sir.
You're a bit late. You ought to get yourself a watch.
Oh, I got one, sir. Look, it's an heirloominous. Oh. It's gone. I never felt a thing. He's whipped it off my wrist. Police!
Where's your pop?
Not you. I want a real one. Johnson's been robbed.
Johnson, be quiet.
I want the heirloominous watch. Let me in. He's rotten. That's what he is. Rotten.
Hello. Squadron office. Captain Povey here. What? No. Captain Povey. Oh, do you think so? No. Oh, well, I wouldn't have gone so far as richly deserve myself, but you could be right. It's a funny thing, I just can't get used to it myself. You what? No, I mean being called Captain Povey. Oh, not at all. No, nice of you to call. Drop in next time you're passing. The name's on the door. Captain Povey. You can't miss it. Yeah, what? No, it does not light up. Goodbye. Star Grace. Come in.
We have to report to the squadron office, sir. We're the officers from...
Oh, lovely. Thunderguts.
My word, he pops up everywhere, doesn't he?
Yes, Lieutenant Commander Staunton, I do.
This has come as a bit of a surprise to us, Commander Pertwee. We thought...
Captain Pertwee, number one.
Yes, that's what I... Come again?
Captain Pertwee.
Oh, dear. Perhaps we've been away too long.
What was that?
He said it's a pity you've had to wait so long.
No, he didn't, old fruit. He said perhaps... My goodness me, you two have got nasty colds, haven't you?
We're liable to catch another one if you don't keep quiet, sir.
Now, look here. There's been an understandable delay in Troutbridge's refit, so she's not yet completed. When they got her into dry dock, the dockyard people wanted to know if you've been playing bumps at Daisy with every other ship in the fleet.
Oh, we had, sir.
What's that?
Mr. Phillips said that's bad, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yes. 1-1.
You know, I'm a proper old cloth ears today. I could have sworn Phillips said we had. You know, if you ask me, you two ought to be in the sick bay. You're in a shocking state, you know.
So was Troutbridge, Lieutenant Commander Staunton.
Was she really? Well, I'm not surprised.
You're not?
No, old mudhook. Every time we put to sea, we played bumps a daisy with every... These two won't last the night, you know.
Commander... Captain Pertwee, are we to understand that you're now commanding the squadron here?
I am.
Well, in that case, those chaps better get a move on with the refit so that we can get back to the island.
There's no hurry. Didn't I tell you?
Tell us what, sir?
You're not going back to the island. During your leave, I've had it paid off.
Oh, that's jolly nice of you, sir, taking the trouble to... I don't think I feel very well.
Mr. Phillips.
Sir?
If we're not going back to the island...
Yes, sir?
Which of us is going to tell CPO Pertwee?
Cool. Sir, I just had a thought. Sir, what about Heather?
Good heavens, yes. One moment, gentlemen. Come in.
You buzzed, sir.
Heather? Oh, lummy.
Good gracious. I believe you know my new secretary, gentlemen.
Oh, yes. Intimately.
Mr. Phillips.
What? Yes. How do you do, madam? Haven't we met somewhere before?
We have, but I doubt if we ever shall again. At least not until I find out which of you two fixed me up with this ducky little draft.
Well, it wasn't us. We've been drafted, too.
Oh, well, that settles it. Just wait till I get my hands on CPO Pertwee.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What is?
You can tell him we're not going back to the island.
Rest assured, gentlemen, I have reserved the pleasure of imparting this particular little bit of news to the chief myself. I can hardly wait.
Well, I'm afraid you may have to, sir. The chief of the dockyard police wants you to ring him at once.
Oh, does he? What is it this time?
Well, somebody's wrecked 2 staff cars by trying to park in between them.
What?
One belongs to the C&C and the other belongs to the Admiral.
I say, I wouldn't like to be the chap who owns the one in the middle.
You were saying, Mr. Phillips?
Was I, sir? Well, don't let me in future. Cool. Did you enjoy your leave, sir?
Yes, thank you. What did you do?
Oh, just motoring around.
Yes, I thought you might have done. I take it your car's well run in now, isn't it?
Remarkably well.
Will you two stop chuntering? Heather, ring the police chief and tell him to get those staff cars down to maintenance at once.
Aye, aye, sir. Oh, what about the Dodgem car in the middle?
Oh, I should send that as well, and I'll pick it up did you enjoy your leave, sir?
Yes, thank you. Mind you, the weather could have been...
Will you two be quiet, please? Tell them to get rid of that confounded thing. I don't care where they dump it, but get rid of it.
Aye, aye, sir.
And now, gentlemen, you'd better get aboard Troutbridge. She's in number 2 dry dock. Aye, aye, sir. And please try not to start another strike. We've only just settled the last one.
Well, we won't, sir, but CPO Pertwee may when he hears the news.
No.
It's the carve-up! That's what it is, it's a whacking great monumental carve-up! That's what it is! Who did it? Who did it? That's what I want to know. All right, who did it? That's what I want to know. Who did it? Who did it? Pertwee requires the gent's gut for garters. What's more, I'll have his kneecaps for inkwell.
Oh, don't look at me.
Oh, there. Ah! I wasn't going to look at you, Ginger. You look like Whistler's mother at the best of times. But with an hangover and flu, you look like his great-grandfather.
I fell off rolled into a puddle.
That wasn't a puddle, you clown. You dumped yourself in the dock.
Oh, I thought it was a bit deep for a puddle.
Well, it wasn't deep enough. Now, control, Pertwee, control. Who did it? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Who did it? Who did it?
Nobody. I just felt like a swim.
Look, I wasn't talking about your freestyle flounder and flap about. I mean, who prized Pertwee off the island?
I don't know, but I'll lay 6-4 it was another Pertwee. It would have had to have been.
Yeah, and the snag is they're all suspects. Any one of them may have done, Johnsy.
Natty little problem, innit?
Yeah, all right, that's enough out of you, Titternick. And you ginger-headed gesundheit.
That's typical, isn't it? Never a word of comfort for the sick and ailing.
Belt out. And you.
Oscar.
Well, force yourself.
No, don't you, Ginger. A man's entitled to what happens any time he fancies it.
Stop.
Stung me. What do you think this shit is? An emergency ward tenement? Who's that? Blimey, that's Nunkey. He's on the dock. Still, it makes a change from being in the dock, doesn't it? Come aboard, you old fool. I've got news for you.
No, you haven't. I've already heard it.
Aye, perhaps he's the one who had us evicted, Chief.
Hardly, Johnson, hardly. You seem to forget that Nunkey and I have had a little deal concerning cool and solid fuel. We've had that deal for years. We've kept his tug going on their lordship's kitchen nut for years.
Yeah. Don't I know it? Every winter we all got chilblains while your Uncle Ebeneezer sailed the 7 seas on our steam.
All right, there you are then. Not likely to have been him, is it? Now, but that about ill, he won't get no kill. Look. Although I did notice a few 100 tons stacked down the number 5 dock. Very untidy, I thought it looked and all. Very untidy, Johnson.
Yeah, that's it. Chilblains all round again.
I'll never get rid of it.
Johnson, for Pete's sake, take your friend and his explodable hooter below. Take him below before he has us all down with the puny monocle.
Oi, Chief. Come along, Sneezy. Blow for fatso. I'll give you a drop of my mum mint medicine.
Well, Johnsy boy, what you doing in dry dock anyway?
We'll have a refit.
Well, there's a liberty. Why didn't you fix it so Troutbridge had a refit in my shipyard?
You what? You haven't got room to fit a new painter on a dinghy there.
I'd have managed if the price was right, of course.
Then why don't you do a refit on that flaming tug of yours?
Don't be daft. I'm too expensive.
Well, it's not my fault you can't afford you, is it?
No, it's your auntie's. A silly old faggot joined the union. So now I have to pay her time and a half every time she scrubs me decks.
You're in the rough altogether, aren't you, Nucky?
Why?
Well, your coal is going to cost more now, you know. I'll have to give Fatso a little something before he'll up the perishing stuff from number 5, Doc, won't I?
What sort of something? Sixpence, I suppose.
No. An air luminous watch. He just lost one.
Oh, has he? I'll bet that's the one you tried to flog Cousin Edbert half an hour ago.
What? News travels fast in our family, doesn't it?
One bit, didn't?
Like what?
Like which one of us it was that got you off the island.
Yeah. Like another little bit.
What bit?
The bit about which one of us tipped out the oath to join the Union.
You traitor! I knew it was you. I'll have my own back. You see if I don't. I'll ruin you.
Curl just went up again. £2 a ton it is now.
Hey, you prophet here. I'm glad I got you off the island.
So it was you. I knew it, right? This is war. Gloves off, lads, it's war.
I'll have you. I'll get my own back on you, see if I don't.
So I see you don't, all right. Officer, call out the guard. Over here with the handcuffs. Pertwee's caught a spy. It's Maserati with a 5 o'clock shadow. Run it in, lads. Run it in.
You know, Mr. Phillips, this wardroom was never exactly the last word in luxury, but now we've lost our little bits of chintz and the photograph of Admiral Troutbridge. It looks rather like a condemned cabman's shelter.
Yes, it's funny how you get used to things in time.
Well, we've got used to you. Wonder how much longer they'll be on this refit. I hope they get a move on.
No, I expect they will, sir. Can't take much longer now. Then one of their chaps will pop his head round the door and say...
Excuse me, sir, but I think we're in the muck.
Exactly, he may... What?
We're up the creek with Mr. Phillips, sir.
Look, nonsense, how can we be? We're in dry dock. I can't have hit anything.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that, sir, but old Thunderguts is about to pay us a visit, sir, and he's his customary shade of puce.
More. You mean he's on the dockside?
No, sir. Aboard, and approaching downwind at a fine old turn of speed.
Number 1, where are you?
In the cabman's shelter. In here, sir.
Ah, so there you are.
Is there something ever so slightly amiss, sir?
No. Mr. Phillips, is this your suitcase?
What? Oh, yes, so it is. Well, I call that jolly civil of you, sir, to carry it over for me. I wondered what I'd done with it.
Did you really?
Yes, where did you find it, sir?
On the back seat of what's left of your car.
Oh, of course. I didn't collect it when I found I'd parked with...
Permission to go ashore, sir. My dear old white-haired mother's been struck down with a twinge in screws. And she's still stuck in the doorway of the...
No.
Very delicate situation, sir, being stuck in the doorway of...
No, Chief. And be quiet while Commander...
Captain.
Captain Povey is talking.
Captain Povey? For a minute I thought you said...
Captain Povey.
Permission to buy myself out of the service. I've got a dear old white-haired mother stuck in the doorway of...
No!
I wish I was dead.
Wardroom, Troutbridge, number 1 here.
Hello, this is a fairy princess trapped in the TARDIS, the Demon King there.
Yes, Heather, hang on. Commander Povey... Captain Povey, sir, it's your secretary.
Thank you. Hello, Commander Povey speaking.
Captain.
Thank you. Hello?
The Admiral's been on the phone, sir, and he's hopping mad.
The Admiral? Oh, no, what's happened?
Well, he can't get out of his office, and it's his turn to go home early.
Can't get out of his office? Why not?
Well, apparently there's an old motor car with no wings parked across the door, and he's trapped.
Oh, good grief.
He wants it moved at once, and he wants to know who is the steaming idiot who had it left there.
No.
Is something wrong, sir?
No. Just that Mr. Phillips' car is parked across the Admiral's door and he can't get out, that's all.
Oh, lummy.
You may well say, oh, lummy, Mr. Phillips. He wants to know who was the seeming idiot who left it there.
Well, I didn't.
No, sir. In a manner of speaking, you did.
What? I don't care where they dump it so long as they get rid of it.
You said so.
Oh, what a shame. Commander Toby?
What am I going to do? This is awful. I'm ruined.
Not yet, sir. It seems to me that there is one solution.
What's that?
Well, if you were unable to say for certain who the offending vehicle belonged to, I think it's quite possible we may not be able to remember a certain phone call you made to the police chief.
But this is blackmail.
I suppose it is. Captain Pertwee.
My promotion, all right. I'll get ashore and sort it out.
And you won't forget to have Mr. Phillips' runabout repaired by maintenance, will you?
Have it repaired by...
Yeah, an unprovoked attack it was. He was backed into by two stationary staff cars. As witness for the persecution, I shall be happy to give my
All right. Now I must get ashore.
Well, sir, I have a feeling you'll be lucky. If I didn't know better, I could swear we were afloat.
Afloat, sir?
Yeah. Yes, now that you mention it, sir, it does feel as if we...
We are afloat. He's going green. Everybody on deck.
Oh, this is ludicrous. You're in dry dock, but how could you be afloat?
I know, sir, but...
Oh, mate, look, water. Water. Look, gallons and gallons of it. We're afloat in a moat.
But good grief, the dock's filling.
Well, who the heck opened the valve? I told you I'll get me own back. Donkey, you perishing old fool. Bung the bung back in the old monkey. Half our plates are off. We'll go down like a stew. Man the boat, flag. Pertwee getting his boots wet. Oh, here, somebody fetch the plumber. Here, we're all going down. We'll get Ginger's puny monocles. Everybody's going down. And me dear old mother's still stuck in the...
That was Stephen Murray, John Pertwee, and Leslie Phillips working their passage in The Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. Stephen Murray was the number one, John Pertwee was the chief petty officer, Leslie Phillips was the sub-lieutenant, Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Heather was Heather Chasen, Abel Stephen Goldstein was Samuel Evans, and Lieutenant Commander Staunton was played by Ronnie Barker. The recorded production was by Alistair Scott Johnston. Ladies and gentlemen, we present The Navy Lark with our three stars, John Pertwee, Leslie Phillips, and Stephen Murray. Gardening is just the job for a fit man, particularly if you can afford a fit man to do the job. Now, personally, I just lend all my tools to my next-door neighbour, and I never ask for them back. But, however, even on board Troutbridge, Abel Seaman Johnson has a very serious gardening problem.
Now then, the point is, where's Abel Seaman Johnson going to get a dirty great dollop of mud?
Right in his eye, mate. Look, what are you nattering about, anyway?
Mud. It's difficult stuff to get, mud is, you know.
Now, look, John said...
I mean, when was the last time you saw a mud shop?
John, what are you talking about?
There's a fortune for the first bloke who opens a shop full of mud.
Look, I'll shove you on a 6 foot of it in a minute. What do you want dirty great dollops of mud for, anyway? A face pack?
Certainly not. I'm gardening.
Gardening? What, aboard ship?
Yeah. I'm going to have a window box.
Look, Johnson's ships don't have windows. They have portholes. You can't have a porthole box.
No, I don't want one. I'm going to grow indoor plants. My mum Min sent me a packet of seeds.
Well, why didn't she send you the mud as well?
Well, because where she lives there aren't any mud shops either.
Look, Johnson.
It's a serious national problem, you know, not having any mud shops.
Look, will you be quiet about your muddy shops? Where are these flaming seeds of yours, anyway?
They're not flaming seeds, they're flowering seeds.
All right. What sort are they?
Well, they're the sort that needs mud, and you can't get mud because there aren't any mud shops.
Look, I told you before, I don't care about mud shops. If I hear another word about mud shops, I'll find a ton of it and dig a big hole and fill you in.
I don't want a ton of it, I just want a dirty great dollop, so I...
Now, come on, give us the packet of seeds.
Here you are. They're flowering grummets.
They're flowering what?
Grummets.
What the blistering brick dust are flowering grummets?
Well, they're the things that come up when you plant them seeds in mud, but you can't get the mud because there aren't any mud shops.
Now, look here, Johnson, I'll do you a disaster call in a minute, I swear it.
They make jolly good soup, you know.
What do? I mean, who do? Go.
Grummets. Haven't you ever had grummet soup?
No, I don't think I... Here, wait a minute. With that grummet soup your mum Min kept sloshing up when I was staying at your place?
Yeah, it's one of my mum's Min's specialities. Good tack, innit?
Yeah, it's tacky, all right. Tastes like a lot of loose glue. Yeah, and after you've swallowed it, it sets like concrete.
Oh, that's something else I never thought of. There aren't any concrete shops either, are there?
Who cares?
Well, I do. There's something seriously wrong with the Board of Trade if you can't get a bit of concrete.
There's something seriously wrong with Abel Stephen Johnson if you don't cork up.
They make jolly good wine, too, you know.
What, the Board of Trade?
No, grummets.
Yeah.
You ought to try a vintage bottle of Chateau grummet. It's a bit cloudy sometimes.
Yeah, I can imagine. Be like drinking a flagon full of fluid fog.
Yeah. And that's something else you can't get.
Yeah, don't bother telling me there aren't any fog shops.
Well, there aren't any fog shops.
If there were, I'd lose you in one, I swear it. Now, look, shut up about your flowering grummets, whatever they are. I've got troubles of my own.
Oh, well, that's a novelty, I must say. Who you swindled this time, then?
There's no need to be uncouth, Patty. You must know Uncle Ebeneezer and I have ever so slightly crossed swords.
Pertwee versus Pertwee. That's going to be a fight to the death if you like.
I don't like. We Pertwees believe in harmony in the home, we do. Harmony in the home. We pride ourselves that for centuries the Pertwees have been a shining, nay, glittering example of untroubled domestic bliss. The simple joy of a quiet family gathering round the hearth for crumpets. Yeah, and a yarn or two, perhaps, yeah. The honest fellowship and the shared delight of little pleasures, Johnson. Like the smell of new-mown grummets in the summer's eve.
Well, now we know, don't we?
No what?
Either you're talking about some other family or you want to patch up the row because Nunkey's winning.
Yeah. Well, the little difference of opinion are beginning to build up a bit, I agree. You see, Johnson, I happen to know that Nunkey got his tag on our purchase in 1903 and hasn't made a payment since.
What? I suppose you happened to mention to the hire purchase company where they could find it, just by accident.
Well, it did sort of slip out when I was in conversation with him, that's so, yeah.
Yeah.
And when that bloke called on Nunkey, he was having a refit.
What happened then?
Happened? He had to up anchor a bit sharpish, of course. Now he's drifting about the ocean with no funnel for smoot. Every time he ties up and comes ashore, people think he's a Kentucky minstrel.
And I bet you've been trying to flog him a banjo and all.
Not what I've been trying to flog him, Johnson. It's what he's done. He's had me barred from every pub for miles. What, he ain't going one?
Why not?
He spread the word that I'm, of all things, a copper's narc. And now nobody will speak to me.
Sort of stalemate, isn't it? You can't go into a pub to flog our rum rations and he can't get back into dock for his funnel.
There's no need to savour it, dimple dumpling. Look, I've got to get Nunkey seaworthy again somehow.
Well, why don't you just lend him some tools so that he can finish off his refit at sea, sort of running repairs like. Don't forget we're having a refit ourselves. There are spanners, wrenches and saws lying about all over the ship. Perhaps you could ask the dockyard chaps to lend you some.
Lend? Did you say lend? we don't want to take up their time asking them things like that. We'll just sort of tidy him up a bit.
You mean you're going to knock them off?
I'm not, you are.
Me?
Yeah, you. Go on, fetch him, boy. Good dog. Way you go.
No, thanks. I'm staying in my kennel.
No, you're not. You're collecting those tools or Johnson's going to be in the muck.
Oh, that's something else, isn't it?
What is?
Muck. When was the last time you saw a shop that sold muck? There aren't the shops...
I don't know who sells it, but I know who makes it. Your mum in and her flouring ungrunnet soup. Now, come on, Johnson, scarper and tidy up all the tools you can carry. Come on.
All at once, she sent me round a note.
Mr. Phillips, this is my cabin, not the palais.
Here's the very note, sir. This is what she wrote, sir.
Elvis.
Can't get away to dance with you tonight. Thunderguts won't let me. Da 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 da.
Mr. Phillips.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you don't stop your songs from a blonde beatnik, I'll give you a golden slip disc personally.
Well, I'm pretty cheesed off from chocker.
So are we, with All at Once She Sent Me Round a Note. Yeah.
Well, sir, she did. She keeps on sending them round.
Who does?
Heather. Ever since she's been old Povey's secretary, I haven't seen her because she's working. I mean, it's a bit much. Every time I ask Heather for a date, she tells me she can't make it because she has to work late at the office.
Well, coming from a girl to a man, it's a good twist, I agree.
Do you know how long I spent waiting for her and drinking hot froth in the snug snoggery coffee bar last night?
About 3 hours.
Yes. How did you know, sir?
Well, I spent 3 hours waiting and drinking flat beer in the fireman's bucket and bell.
Here, I say, sir, that means we've been double dated.
Well, hardly. She didn't turn up.
Well, that's not the point, sir. I mean, after she'd agreed not to turn up for me, she shouldn't have agreed not to turn up for you somewhere else at the same time. Well, she shouldn't have done, should she, sir? I mean, even if she didn't, don't you agree, sir?
Well, I've no idea. I can't work it out anymore.
Oh, that's a pity.
Why?
I can't either.
We could give her a ring, I suppose.
Don't be ridiculous, sir. She can't be engaged to both of us. That would be bigamy.
That would be very big of you, I must say. Actually, I meant give her a ring on the phone.
Oh, I see, sir. Well, that's a good idea. I'll just ring the Thunderguts office and ask if Heather's there today. Oh. I think I'll go and issue the rum ration to help me forget things.
Mr. Phillips, when you issue the rum, it's the men who are supposed to have it, not you.
Oh, I know that, sir, but when they dish it out, golly willikins, those wonderful fumes.
Yes, I know what you mean. But if you're issuing it today, keep your eyes open.
What do you mean, sir?
Well, make sure the ratings get it. Twice this week, I found about a dozen dockyard workers in the queue. And as soon as this refit is complete and we can get back to sea, the better. Come in.
Morning, Governor. Chattersby is the name.
Really? Any relation to lady?
Chattersby, I said. I'm in charge of the gang working this ship.
Well, that's funny. I thought I was.
I mean the dockyard men doing this here refit.
Oh, good. I didn't quite see you as the number one somehow.
I got a serious complaint, Governor.
Well, don't speak to me. Go and see the M.O.
I'm referring to the fact that all our gear is being whipped from under our very hooters.
Come again?
We're being done, regular. And as soon as we put down a spanner on this ship, it vanishes. My men are going nuts.
Well, that's not much fun without a spanner, is it?
This is not a laughing matter, mate.
Oh. Yes, well, it does seem a bit strange.
I'll tell you something stranger, mate. Every time something else goes, either your chief petty officer or a fat geezer are a couple of yards away looking flippin' angelic or something.
Well, that proves nothing. Nothing.
Well, it's probably sheer coincidence, mate.
Oh, and I suppose it's sheer coincidence that a couple of days after we lost something, he tries to flog us something exactly the same for half price.
That does seem a little odd.
Yes, he usually wants 3/4.
Well, leave it with me, Mr. Chattersby, and I'll look into it.
Right, Governor. But remember this. Something's got to be done about it, or there's going to be trouble. Or something. That's right. Good morning.
Good morning. I say, it hasn't taken the chief long to open up shop, has it, sir?
No, but today is going to be early closing day. Where is he, do you know?
Yes, sir, but it shouldn't be difficult to find him. He'll be a couple of yards away from the nearest unguarded spanner, looking flipping angelic. Or sonic.
Yes, quite. Well, go and find him and tell him I appreciate his severe financial loss through leaving the island.
Yes, sir?
But he's to stop turning this ship into a free trading area at once.
Aye, aye, sir.
Hello, Squadron Office. Captain Povey speaking. What? Oh, no. Hadn't you heard? It's Captain Povey now. You're too kind, but it would sound well, wouldn't it? Admiral Povey. Well, never mind. For the moment, Captain Povey will do. Yeah, what was that? No, I am not taking a full-page advertisement in the Times to announce it. Goodbye! Jealous lot. Come in.
Oh, good morning, sir.
I must warn you, Ben Chasen, that we shall be working late this evening.
Oh, that'll make a nice change, won't it, sir?
There is no need for sarcasm. It's hardly my fault there's all this extra work to do now that I'm Captain Povey, is it?
Oh, quite, sir. Must be a terrible responsibility of being an acting captain.
What? Yes, quite. The promotion will be confirmed shortly, of course.
Of course.
Well, I mean, it's bound to be. Isn't it?
Oh, bound to be, sir. And then perhaps we can stop working late every night.
Is it? Well, of course we can, once they've noticed it. Any messages this morning?
Yes, sir. The Admiral will be visiting the dockyard, and amongst other things, he wants to see what progress has been made on refitting Troutbridge.
He would. When's he coming?
Oh, by the end of next week, sir.
Oh, well, the refit should be complete by then. It's bound to be. Now, that ought to please him.
Yes, sir. I mean, you'll be able to drop a little hint about getting your promotion confirmed, won't you?
Yes, I shall. I shall do nothing of the sort. The very idea.
Sorry, sir.
Mind you, if he should happen to bring up the subject, I could just mention how smoothly the refit has gone since I took him out of the squadron, couldn't I?
Oh, I'm sure you will, sir. No, I mean good, sir.
Yes. Just like clockwork. That's how it's been. Just like clockwork. Come in.
Morning, Governor. Chattersby's the name.
Oh, in relation to Lady Chat.
Chattersby, I say. I'm in charge of the gang on Troutbridge, and I thought you might like to know something.
What?
We're on strike.
Whoops. The spring in the clockwork just went boing, 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 boing.
On strike, but you can't be. You mustn't.
We have.
But why?
Having spanners nicked is one thing, but you've had it now.
For pity's sake, what happened?
Someone's nicked our mobile crane.
Oh, good.
Arnold went to drive it this morning, and there it was. Gone.
This is ludicrous.
Arnold's got the dead needle. Arnold has. You see, he'd signed for the flipping thing, and now they want to stop it out of his pay.
But if Arnold's got to pay for it, I shouldn't have thought he could afford to go on strike.
He can't. But with no crane, how can Arnold work to pay for the crane he hasn't got, eh? That's what we're striking about.
No, look here. You leave this to me. I'll get Arnold another crane from somewhere. The refit on that ship has got to be completed. The Admiral's coming to see her.
He's not, you know. He won't get past the pickets.
You can't picket an Admiral.
He's a non-union man, actually.
Now, let me sort this out. But in the meantime, for goodness sake, get the men back to work.
All right. But I'll not get them back to work on number 2, Doc. It can't be done.
Why not?
I've declared it black.
Well, how about declaring it whiter than white again?
You're joking. You must be. I can't play ducks and Sir Francis with men like that. I should lose my authority, or something.
Yeah. Well, if you don't complete that refit, so shall I.
Well, that's up to your shop steward, mate, not me. I'll tell you what I could do, though.
What?
Have Troutbridge moved to another dock. We could work on her then.
Oh, this is preposterous, absolutely preposterous, but it would have cost a fortune.
Very likely. Now you know how Arnold feels about paying for that crane.
I can't. Oh, very well. I'll have Troutbridge, Troutbridge moved to number 5 dock. Will that suit you?
Fair enough. I'll tell the lads we've reached a settlement.
Or sonic.
Strike. Morning.
Right, Taffy, it's stopped fermenting. Bung it in the bottle, quick.
Right. Mind you, we're both of equal rank, so why I should take orders from you is beyond me.
Because you want a bottle of my own grummet wine, and you won't get any if you don't give me a hand with the brewing up. Now, pour it in.
You know, this reminds me of my Aunt Morpeth, this winemaking does, you know. Used to have treading parties in our bath, she did.
I didn't know grummets grew in Wales.
No, they do. She made her wine from leeks. Oh, but lovely smooth wine it was. But there was a nasty catch in it.
Nasty catch?
Yeah, you didn't find out what the catch was until the next morning, mind. Then you knew, all right.
All right, you two. How's the brew up coming along then?
We're all bottled, Chief.
And you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Chance will be a fine thing. Slaving over a hot vat we've been all day.
I don't know what you want all this grummet wine for anyway.
I'm going to play swaps with it, Johnson. The crew are going to get Fatso's grummet wine instead of their rum ration. You see? And then when Nunkey lifts the ban on Johnsy in the local pubs, Johnsy will be ready to do business as a rum wholesaler.
Wholesaler? When the crew finds out you whip their rum, sailor you may be, but whole I doubt.
Well, look, you put the rum essence in, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's not the point. These are shop grummets. They're not homegrown grummets like my mum Min uses.
All right, so what?
Well, it's not the grummet season. These grummets have been forced under glass. They won't have the true grummet flavour.
Look, I don't care as long as that stuff is the true 90% proof, 100% synthetic rum flavour.
You can't force an grummet if it doesn't want to go. They like to grow old gracefully.
Yeah, very likely. But none of us are going to grow old at all if that stuff doesn't taste like rum.
Well, don't look at me. I wouldn't drink it if you paid me. And knowing you, there's not much chance of that.
He hasn't even paid me for these grummets yet. 10p a pound they are, you know.
Well, it's all in a good cause, Johnson. All in a good cause. I might add that thanks to our borrowing the odd spanner or two and certain other little arrangements that I've made, Nunkey's refit is now complete.
Funnel and all?
Funnel and all. He's no longer being covered in smoke and coop.
Pity, I liked it better when you two were at war.
Well, hard luck. Now, all I need now is a volunteer to taste your homemade grummet wine, and we're in. Ship stores here, and there aren't any.
There'd better be, Chief.
Oh.
The Admiral and Captain Pertwee are aboard. Bring a bottle of rum up to my cabin, will you? The Admiral wants a tot.
Rum for the Admiral, sir. I don't think we've got... Oh. One high-ranking volunteer, boys.
What did you say?
What's it? Nothing, sir. Nothing at all. Bottle of rum coming up at once, sir.
Good. As soon as you can, Chief.
Chief, you're not going to, surely.
Flying in the face of disaster, that's what you're doing.
All right, then pass me a bottle of that grummet wine to Pertwee and get airborne.
But you can't do it. You can't give an Admiral that stuff. It's hardly cold.
Good. It'll warm him as it goes down then.
If there's a nasty catch in it like there is in my Aunt Morpeth, he'll warm you tomorrow. Leastways, not tomorrow, the day after. He'll be busy until then.
No, you'll never get away with it. Not with grummets that have been forced under glass, you won't.
Here, Johnson.
Well?
Do you want to bet?
Well, Admiral, I must say, it's very nice to see you here again.
Well, you can see I've been on the beer again. Well, that's a nice welcome for a chap, I must say.
No, sir. Number one didn't say that at all, sir.
Have some fun with a bat and ball. All right, Sonny, what shall we play? Rounders or French cricket?
Well, just as you like, sir. I don't really... Oh.
You know, they're getting worse.
Which one?
Both of them.
Hello, who are you? Commander Povey, isn't it?
Captain Povey, sir.
Hey? Did you say Captain Povey? Who on earth promoted you?
Well, you did, sir.
Well, that's just what I said. Who did?
Good grief. I said it was you, sir.
Some chap in a boozer? Can't be promoted by some odd bod over half a pint of slush, you know. These things are done officially. Oh, you'll get run in.
The weighing waiter, sir. Well, 1 bottle of rum coming up, sir.
Oh, well done, Chief. Pour out some, will you?
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure. Only 2 charm games short, sir. Delighted. That's one, sir. Right away, sir. Tell sir. Yeah, pour it out, sir, with the lacrimidity, sir. By all means.
Sir? What's all this service with a smile business? I mean, what's he been up to?
Precisely what I'm worrying about.
Excuse me, your admiralship, that's your tot.
Eh? Well, if that's me lot, I'll have to make do with it, won't I?
Collect your little noggins here, gents, please. This way for your drinks on a tray. Who wants some rum for his tum, then?
All right, Chief, we've served ourselves.
Oh, well, down the hatch. Cheers.
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 Creeping Jenny, what's this muck?
It tastes like loose glue.
Wait until it sets. What was that? Oh, I said it was the best I could get, sir.
Well, if you've got any more of this muck, send it back to main stores for exchange, man.
Oh, well, I've got rather a lot, you know, sir.
Well, I don't care. Tell them I said you were to change it. Shocking tack. Blasted stuff tastes like humdrummit wine. Wicked muck. Now, you tell them to change it.
Change it, sir? Oh, a pleasure, sir. Yeah, only 2 charms, sir. That's delighted. At once, sir. Yeah, right away, sir. Certainly, sir, change it, sir. With a lacrimidity, sir. By all means.
You know, Mr. Phillips, I don't know what's been going on, but I'm sure of one thing. We'll never find out now.
With CPO Pertwee, sir, we never do.
Well, I must be shoving off.
Oh, about my promotion, sir. I realize it's just a formality, but, well, the confirmation of rank would be much appreciated.
Your promotion? Well, don't talk to me about it. See this mate of yours in the boozer. His idea, not mine. Well, I'm off. Cheerio.
But the refit, sir, it's thanks to me. It's complete. I've worked late every day.
That's all right. I know the way. Cheerio.
Sir. It's complete because
Captain Povey, our refit's not complete, you know.
That's complete? It must be.
No, sir. It isn't. There's been a bike on a train. I mean, a crike in the train. No, a strike over a crane.
Strike? But I settled it. That's why I had you moved here to number 5 dock.
Oh, but this is number 6 dock, sir. We couldn't use number 5.
No, sir. There's a tatty old tug in it with no funnel.
A tatty old tug with no funnel?
Yes, sir. The chaps who are working on us have been working on that tug like mad for days. She's about ready to put to sea again now, sir.
But we haven't got in any tugs for refit.
Oh, well, you must have, sir. Who else could it belong? Chief.
Well, if that's all, sir, I must be getting back to main store, sir. There's a chap there with a nasty attack of the ungrummet, sir. I mean to say...
Chief, who does the tug belong to in number 5 dock?
The tug? The tug, sir, it's number 5 dock. Oh, well, can't see I've noticed it.
Have a look through the porthole, then.
Through the porthole, sir? Well, I'd rather not, sir. Thanks all the same. I might catch a cold, you know how it is.
Go on, open it up.
Aye.
What are you doing, Johnsy boy? Waving me goodbye?
Yeah, I hope so. Get moving, Nunky. For Drake's sake, they've rumbled us.
Who cares? I've got me fuddle on now. Ta-da! Cruising down the river on a Sunday
God, copped a mush full of sooty smoke.
Well, Sambo, any idea who that tug belongs to now?
Wait till I get my hands on him at all. Wait till I'll boot him in his salt cake smokestack, I will.
What's going on? Am I to understand some civilian tug has had a refit by Admiralty without us knowing it? It's ludicrous. Well, give me the glasses. I'll soon settle this. Chief Petty Officer Pertwee.
Well, if that's all, sir, I must be getting back to main store, sir. There's a chap caught there, sir, with a nasty attack with the ungrummet, sir, and I want to get...
Chief Petty Officer Pertwee, what do you know about this tug?
Tug? Tug, me, sir? No. What do I know about the tug? That tug, I've never seen that tug before in all my hectic puffs. I say, Never, 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 no. No. Never, never, never. No.
You have, eh? Then perhaps you would care to read her name on the star.
A name?
Yes, Chief. It's very clear. It's just been painted by our workmen.
What's it say then?
HMS Pertwee.
HMS Pertwee? It's a pure blind coincidence. That tug's had her name changed by deed pools. I don't know a thing. I swear I don't know a thing about it. I was 29 grummets at the time, sir. 10 pence a pound and they're lovely. Stop me and try. Can I get you a ton for the wine? I tell you, they're hand grown and in morning picked. And me and Grum one.
That was John Pertwee, Leslie Phillips, and Stephen Murray working their passage in The Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. John Pertwee was the chief petty officer, Leslie Phillips was the sub-lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number one. Commander Povey was played by Richard... I beg your pardon. Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott. Able Seaman Johnson was Ronnie Barker. The Admiral was Toniel Evans. Heather was Heather Chasen. And Sid Chattersby was played by Michael Bates. The recorded production was by Alistair Scott Johnston.